Namaste everyone, this is Shrikant again, and in today's video we will be uploading the questions which we had generated in the earlier streams. Some of these I was not able to stream because there was internet problem, but it's okay. Fine. So if anyone wants to join me live, you can just so let me check if it is available, because this is something which is still a little bit new to me. I'm still catching on to the concept of live streaming the videos, and I intend to make myself a lot more perfect than what I am right now. Of course, I have grown a great deal of amount from the earlier days when I had started the YouTube channel, but it's still at a very basic level, so I just need to hold on to things, I guess. Fine, so the stream is live. It is available to everyone who wants to see. So let me just turn on the chat option. Where is the chat option? Docs. Okay, chat. There we go. And there it is. Fine. So I guess all the chats are supposed to appear over here. Okay, I'm doing it on the screen, so maybe you don't know. Anyway, so let's come back to our work. So we had created a lot of questions. Okay, so let's go to recent, and there we go. So I think it's at this point of time, I guess it's a good idea to just share this video to all the students. Okay. Oh, it's wrong place. Oh, A section, right. Fine. Okay. So this we are live. All right. So we had created questions on projection of lights. I guess it was supposed to be L1. Yeah, there it is. So let's go back and check out our question bank. So for that, we'll have to come over to engineering graphics course. All right. And we need to dive into the question bank. This is where all the questions have been saved. Let's see how many questions have been created already. Now we need to start cross-verifying these questions and making sure that all these questions are correct. If they're not, we just need to delete these questions and upload new versions of them. So to the straight question, you can see already about 14 questions have been uploaded. For points, there are 6 variations. I intend to increase that soon enough. Anyway, okay, so it's supposed to go around here like this. Okay. So yeah, those lines that I was talking about. Okay. So shall we invite the students up over here? I think it's gonna be a good idea if you just did that. Those who are interested can join up anytime and they can ask questions. Those who are not interested in asking questions, they will just take a look at what I'm doing. All right. So the same link I also need to share in another group. Let's see DSP. B section, right? Right. So I just need to join it myself first, I guess, and I need to wait for them to join. Right, so video not required. Right, so I'm live now. Let us see how the students are going to join. Let's continue doing our work anyway. So yeah, prediction of points. So these twisted questions I think I've already uploaded over there. So lots of variations, 14 variations of this have been uploaded already. And okay, so I guess one student has already joined. Let's wait and see. Hi Vaishnavi, can you hear me? Yeah, fine. So you have any doubts, or you just want to see what I'm doing? Okay, so if you want to see what I'm doing, you can just log into the earlier YouTube video that I've shared. So this is a live stream which I'm doing over there. If you have any doubts, you can come and ask me here. I'll try to resolve it. Okay, fine. So let's continue. So today's session, I'm just uploading all the questions to the question bank. So as you're all aware, we'll be starting with the projection of lines topic in the next week, and that's what the questions that I'm uploading them to. So earlier, if you have solved these problems, you must have found that only one or two variations of the questions were there. So that was done so that the questions will be easier for you to understand. But now going forward, I'll be uploading a lot more variations of the questions. Fine. So for every question, there will be different inputs, and each student will get a different value. So that we are doing so that you don't end up copying others' questions. Each one of you should be able to solve your own question, and that's the thing. Fine. Anyway, so here onwards, we will also be verifying the question inputs with even your diagram that you get printed for. Okay, so your printout will be cross verified with the Moodle question that you got. Okay, so you'll have to open the Moodle question, show me the question that you have solved, and also parallelly you'll have to show me the printout of that solution. So printout of the solution to that question. Only if they are both matching will the assignment be accepted. And this has been done so because recently we have found that a single student had solved the questions and all others had copied from the same student. We don't want that to happen. Each student has to learn how to solve the questions, and not only how to solve the question but also how to take printouts of all this. Okay, so fine, so let us see. Okay, so we have the question here for projection of line which is perpendicular to PP. Okay, so if we come back here, the questions, we can see that for prediction of lines parallel to both HPVP, already 4 questions have been uploaded. Let's just check them out once and then we'll come back. Okay, fine. I think they're good enough. So because I just don't want others to copy, let me just upload a few more of these. Okay, so I'll have to insert more combinations of this. So insert them below. And perpendicular to PP, so this is what it's working on. So let me just hide this so that it doesn't disturb. Okay, so this, let's do repeat it over here. Okay, and now with each copy paste we are now having 4 questions, so let's go ahead and do those. I have to open that in Notepad, and yeah, these questions are for prediction of lines. I guess nothing. Fine, so now it's ready for upload. So let's upload, let's put in some more questions around here. So every time I press delete, you can see a different value, different set of values are generated randomly. And if I'm taking these questions and I'm pasting them right here, every time I paste that, we'll get a different set of values. and it will become more difficult for you all to copy from others. Okay, so more. So let's do one more. Okay, so let's do one more. Okay, so now all these questions are ready for upload. Let me just save them over, save it, and then we just put it, drag it, drop it over here, import the questions. This is XML file format and drag in there. Okay, so you can see now 16 questions have been uploaded. 16 variations of this question will have been uploaded. And in the question bank, if you see, there are now 20 different versions of the question. 20 different versions of the question. So whenever I get more time, I might be adding more variations of the questions to here, so that each student ends up getting a different set of values to solve out. Okay, this is, I think, the older one. So let's go and see the new versions, just now uploaded questions, how they appear. Okay, so let's take a preview of some of these. Right, so now you can see that, yeah, so this is the question. So below data is given for a line PQ that is parallel to both HP and VP. We have to draw its orthographic projections, and we have to answer the following questions. So distance of P above HP has been given, distance of P in front of VP has been given, and we have been given the true length of the line as well. So line is parallel to, kind of, because in the question itself he has told that line is parallel to both HP and VP, so it's sort of like given the answer to this question in the question itself. Anyway, so inclination with HP. So since the line is parallel to both HP and VP, the inclination is going to be 0 for both of these. Front view length and top view length. Okay, so front view length and top view length are going to be appearing same as the true length, because the line is parallel to both HP and VP, and we already know whenever a line is parallel to both, if a line is parallel to one plane, its projection on that plane will be measuring the true length. So both of these are going to measure 52. And then the side view. So if you view this inside, that's going to appear a little lesser. So let me just create the on-shape version of this. But fine. Now is it audible? Okay, so someone says the voice is not audible. Oh, okay, let me check it out whether it is audible or not. Okay, yeah, it's audible. Fine, it's working perfectly. So maybe there is some problem. So Yatish, Chintu, if you are hearing me right now, you can just check what problem is there with your sound system. Probably there is something. Okay, so I'm here in Onshape, and my aim is to create a 3D version of this so that I could explain to the students how the line appears differently in different views. Okay, so this is it. So we are inside. Okay, fine, right, perfect. So Yatish says that yes, it is audible. Vishal is also giving a thumbs up. Fine. All right, so projection of planes. So I think I had created a separate file for projection of lines. Yeah, there it is. And now I'll be creating projection of lines. Okay, so this particular thing is for a line inclined to both the planes, and this is the 3D version of it. Okay, so our aim today is to create all the other versions. So let's go ahead and create a different part studio. And right, so someone is trying to join. Let me see. Yeah, Vaishnavi is back. Fine. Right, Vaishnavi. So okay, again she left. No problem. Anyway, so this is the right. This one. Okay, let's change the name of these things. Top view is actually HP. So let us say top view. And front, this has to be called as VP. And on this front view is going to be projected. Then okay, fine. And we have the PP, the profile plane, where the right side view is going to be projected. So you can see here, okay, so it's on the right side view. Okay, so if you want, we can create the left side view as well. So why don't we do that? So I guess it's a good thing if we can do that. Right. So in order to do that, we'll have to move it over here. Okay, and the same thing we had to do with okay, so we let it go here, and we had to drag it over here. Fine, perfect. All right, so now that we have the right side plane, we have the front plane, VP, HP, and we need one more plane on the right side where the left side view is going to be projected. So we'll have to take a plane, another plane. Okay, so let me take a plane over here parallel to this. We need it to pass through this particular point right here. Okay, and name of this plane is going to be okay, so this is this as well is PP, profile plane, and we're going to get left view on this. Right, okay, perfect. Right, so yeah, the text is appearing inverse from this particular direction, so we have to try to take this point. Okay, fine. So next thing we need to do is draw a line passing through this, coinciding with this. Right, this line here is the XY line that we talk so much about. And now okay, let's go ahead and see what are the different projections of lines. Right, so this sketch, let's just rename it to XY line, XY reference line. Right, XY reference line is over there. So coming back to our question, so this question is a question wherein the line is parallel to both HP and VP. So we need to create a line which is parallel to both HP and VP. In order for us to do that, I guess we will need okay, this is not going to help us. So I guess we'll need to create another plane to begin with, but then will we be able to take it? So let's create another plane. This plane is going to be at a distance of above HP. So the distance above HP, right? What happened? Valid expression. Okay, so I think we'll have to first create a configuration variable. Alright, so this is the name of this. It's a length, and it can have any length. Okay, right, fine. The first length we got it. Right, so now I guess we can go ahead and create the plane parallel to this. And this has got to be low HP. Okay, so this one, let's take 25 or something. Okay, now it's going to place. We need to put it exactly about this particular thing. All right, so this one needs to be hidden all the time. This is the one on which we'll be doing the sketch, and we'll have to take a line that needs to coincide with this, and the distance from this plane to this has got to be a variable, just configuration variable in front VP. Right, fine. So now we have Okay, let's see if we reduce this. We're having a good enough view of this. All right, so whatever distances we change, however we change it, it's accordingly going to vary the distances of the line. So this is our line, this is our line. So how do we see it in the front view? When you see in the front view, you can see its true length is directly visible. Okay, another student is joining. So okay, hi Sanath, any doubts? Sanath, can you hear me? All right, fine. So those who are interested, those who are hearing me online, I have shared the link to join the live discussion. If you're interested in getting your doubts solved, you can just join the link that I've shared in the chat, and I'll try to sort it out. Fine. You can also do some discussions if you're an educator, if you are listening to me, and if you're attending my YouTube live stream, you can join in to discuss your ideas, and maybe we can come up with some collaboration which will help both our students to understand this particular subject more easily. So fine, so we have a line which is parallel to both HP and VP. Its true length. Okay, right. So I guess for true length as well, we need to create this thing. So we have to go back to the sketch. We already did it, and instead of now keeping this constraint over here, we'll have to remove these constraints and give it another dimension. So let's go ahead and give it another dimension, and then let's make it as the true length, EL. I want to make it as configuration length, and that's okay, fine. So minimum length, I guess it's going to be right, 5 should be enough. Okay. Well, what happened? Yeah, so 5 is the minimum value. Okay, all right. So we have the line. Then let's keep it at some distance, so from over there, and yep, let's say the length of the line is 100. So that's the thing. So the true length will appear in both the views. So that's what we intend to show it over here. So the front view, the front projection is going to be coming over. What do we show the front projection and the top projection as well? Okay, that's actually a good idea. Let me just show it over. I'm just going to take projection of that over there, and then on the top view we need another sketch, and that needs projection of this. So this is the front view, and this over here is the top view, right? So we've got both the front projection, top projection. This is the actual line. Okay, so actual line is created over here. Fine. So this is good enough. Problem. You can see this 3D model shows us what will be the length of the line in front view. You can see it over here. That's 100, and the actual length of the line can be seen over here. When you select the actual length, you can see the actual length. When you select the front view, you can see the front view length, and when you select the top view, you can see the top view length. So I think when we change the length of the line, you can see the length of the line has changed, and actual length is 80, and both in front view as well as top view as well, it measures 80. So I guess this is a good model for demonstration of how the line is going to be projected when it is in front view. So of course I'm not showing the rotation of the plane. Should we make a rotation kind of thing as well? Let's see if that is possible as well. If it is possible, then it's going to be very, very helpful to us. Okay, so what we want, line and angle. So this is what we want here, and this is our, sorry, yeah, for the video you can just join the YouTube live stream. It's going on over there. Okay, because I think the internet speed is not that high that both here as well as on YouTube. Both ways we can share it. As I told, you can join the line, then join this, what is this, Meet, Google Meet link. You can join if you have any doubts which you want me to clear. You can ask your question and get your doubts cleared. But if your intention is just to see what I'm explaining, you can just join the, you can just open the YouTube stream link. You'll be able to see it over there. Okay. So I hope I have cleared your doubt. Okay, fine. So those who have any doubt, just unmute yourself and you can put your question. You can also put your doubt in the comment section on YouTube as well, and from there as well I'll try to clear it. No problem. Okay, fine. So moving ahead, yeah, I think this model is almost clear for us. So what was I creating? Yeah, I was creating a rotational plane. Okay, and for this one I think I need to create a new variable. The name of that variable is going to be plane angle HP rotate, and HP rotate the current angle I want. Okay, so let's make it as a configuration thing. So 0 to 90 degrees, that's the maximum angle we want. Okay, and say click OK, and okay again. So when I change this, you can see that the plane is rotating, right? So HP, so we are not having two HPs. One HP is the actual HP and the second HP is the rotated position of HP, but its text is appearing reverse. I don't know why it's appearing reverse. It's got to be appearing correct in this particular direction, or the students will feel difficulty trying to verify it. So is there an option for us to, well, okay, but if you do it this way, flip normal, yeah, and flip this. Okay, someone is trying to join the live session. Fine. And okay. The backside is coming up. I don't want the backside to come up. We want the backside to go down. Yeah, I guess it, yeah, that's correct now. Fine, perfect. So that's the thing. So HP rotated, fine. So HP rotated, so that's the thing. Got it. So HP is going to come up, backside of HP is going to come up, front side of HP is going to go down. So that's what this particular diagram tries to demonstrate. Let's just keep the size of this limited to inside, and yeah, that's perfect. So as we change the angles, we'll be able to see how the HP is actually rotating, and when it becomes 90 degrees, that's actually when this comes up. HP rotated. I guess we'll just leave it for now. Let's go for explanation over here. Fine. So all right, so this was the question we were solving. We have a line PQ that is parallel to both HP and VP. So we have to draw its orthographic projections, and we have to answer the questions that follow. So HP distance is 6 mm above HP distance. Okay, so above HP is 6, and in front of VP that distance is 24. So let's give it distance of 24 over here. Let's hide this for now so that it's not confusing us. Okay, so now that line you can see over there, the length of the line is 52. So let's give 52 as this length, and now we're supposed to give this length. Okay, so the line is parallel to HP and VP both, as it is given in the question itself. Then angle theta is the angle between the line and HP. So if you want to see that angle, you can select the actual line and HP, and you can see here he's showing the parallel distance. If you are interested in finding the angle, Okay, angle unit. It's not giving the angle over here. Show all angle. No measurement of this type between these two. Okay, because probably the lines and plane are parallel, so OnShip is not equipped to tell us the angle between them, but you can easily find that they are actually parallel. So there's nothing. Yeah. So this is basically why I had created this whole of the model. So what will the side view look like? Okay, so we'll have to create another sketch over here. So this one is right view. This one is right view over here. All right. And right view, what will it look like? It'll look what? So you just put a point over there. So this point is showing us the right side view. So it's just going to appear as a point. It's just going to appear as a point to us. So this is just going to be 0 mm. And distance between the end projectors. What are the end projectors? The end projectors are actually vertical lines passing through this and this. Okay, and the distance between them is going to be same as this, that is 52. Okay, so this is going to be 52. Then the distance between P dash and Q. So P dash is the front view of the point P, and Q is the top view of the point Q. Now that, okay, so for this thing we'll have to actually end up in the rotated view. This is going to be tricky. How are we supposed to drop this? This has to open towards the bottom side, and then we got to take the direct distance between the two. Okay, so let's see. Edit this. Okay, no, not edit this. On this we will get the top view rotated. Top view rotated is what we got to get in that plane, and that's just got to be line length. That length has to be equal in length with this. It's got to be vertically aligned this, and the distance between this and this has to be equal to distance in front of VP. All right. So let's see if it is 45 degrees. Okay. So now I can see as we are changing the angles, it's moving out perfectly. Okay, right. So we don't have an option to smoothly move it up and down. That would have been really helpful. We just have, oh, fine. Right, so just by doing the scroll wheel rotation, I guess we are able to see how this motion happens. But again, this is not a very smooth transition. It's taking a lot of time to load up. So this is how this okay, fine. So this will open it down when this becomes 90 degrees. That's exactly when we want to find the distance between this point and this point. That distance is 60.033. So right, so let's just submit and check whether the question has been uploaded correctly. We are getting full marks, so yeah. the question is perfect. So let's preview. So this particular question type has been fixed. The question for that will appear over here, lines parallel to both lines. So you see the questions. So this quiz is supposed to accept a random question from this particular folder where we have uploaded all these questions. Alright, so this question type has been fixed with 20 variations of the question. Let's go for the next one. See if a line perpendicular to HP or VP. So for that, we'll have to again come back over here and we need to create a copy of this. Let's rename this. This is parallel to HP and VP. Both HP and VP. And we need to create a duplicate of this. This one, it's going to be perpendicular HP or VP. Perpendicular to HP or VP. Alright. Okay, Shivan and Kurleji, if it is appearing blurred, probably your internet connection is not that fast. You'll have to increase the resolution that you're watching it. Kurlebau, YouTube resolution ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ increase ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Alright, so okay. So this chat messages are not appearing in OBS. I have to probably fix it out. Anyway, so coming back over here, we now have to modify this. Okay, Mr. Sam is here to join us. Okay. So for those who have joined the Google Meet, you can just unmute yourself and you can ask any doubts if you have from the previous classes that we have conducted. If you don't have any doubts, you can just go back and watch the live stream for YouTube, which is going on right now. And I have shared both the links to your WhatsApp groups. You can go ahead and join me. Okay, so now here our aim is to draw the line which is perpendicular to HP or VP. HP or VP, I think we got to create separate ones for both of these. But anyway, let's come back over here. XY line till here, it's going to remain the same, and this is what we need to edit. Right now this is horizontal. We need to just make it, oh come on, what happened? So we need to make it vertical. Show constraints. Let's increase this distance a little so that we can clearly see how it's happening. We want to make this line vertical. Oh, fine. So this, because this is in a plane which is horizontal, it's not possible for us to make it like that. So we'll have to delete this. Now it's possible for us to make it like this. So yes, we got to make it vertical over there, and yeah, so we got to introduce one more configuration variable, I guess. That's the distance between these two. This has to be a new variable. So what do we can't point from VP is the distance. Point from VP is the distance. We want it to be a configuration variable. It's okay. What's this? Let's go ahead and give it in. This is actually go to the true length over there. and then let's just make it coincident over here with the midpoint so that it remains at the center. Okay. So well, so front view has lost this thing. I'm going to take a projection of point because in front view it's just going to be a point. Then in top view it's going to appear like this vertical line. And then over to the top view rotated, that's going to appear slightly different. Okay. So I guess this distance is going to be distance point from VP, distance of the point from VP, and then this line has to be guess we'll have to delete this line and start fresh over there. Okay, so we have to take a line from this point. This has to be equal to the true length, and then the distance between these two has to be equal to the distance of point from VP. Okay, so that's the rotated view. Fine. And then for the side view, right view, we will change this and take it as projection of this. Fine. So which we rotated. So this plane is going to, let's make it as a temporary plane. Right, so by rotating this, we can show the angle variation for the HP rotation plane. Perfect. So this is showing the HP rotating in the downward side. Should we also show the VP rotating? Let's just write it over here. VP HP rotating. Okay. This becomes 90 degrees. It's going to become straight over there. Perfect. Okay. So next. Fine. So those who have joined the Google Meet link, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your doubt if you have any doubts. If you don't have any doubt, you can go back and watch the YouTube stream link which I've shared again. Okay, so let's create a side view as well over here. So we have the left side view projected over here, we have the right side view projected over here, and yeah, so the side views are going to be created, they're going to rotate up front over there. How to group them all into specific stuff for 3D and stuff for 2D. I guess those are going to be good enough things. So actual line is 3D, front view is okay. So HP rotated, it's the actual one. Right side view, this is 3D. Top view rotated, this right side view, and this is the left side view side. Front view, so we make the front view, top view. Okay. So all these are 3D. So if we hide all these, is it possible to hide all of these at the same time? No, guess not. Okay. Is it possible to keep it inside of this? No, it's not loving it. So D for geometry and all. Right. Alright. So point VP. You can continue changing the distance. So you can see this is the final view over there. HP rotated. I guess this as well we had to put it. And here you don't want to see that. Okay, so HP rotated distance is distance over there. Okay. Fine. So I guess this is a good demonstration model for projection of point which is parallel to HP. So similarly we could just tell them it is parallel to VP and all. Would have been very easy if we had a direct hide option in the folder. It's not given it. Okay, sometimes it's not needed. We can just make it show, and then that's gonna be over there. These two you can just hide them, and you'll just have it in 3D. This is for 3D. This we show it. It's gonna be 2D. Okay, that's actually taking some things. So is it possible to introduce configuration over here? Let's see if it's possible. Okay. So this is 3D versus 2D. If we suppress them, that's gonna be a problem. So is there an option to just hide them instead of suppressing? I don't think so. It's gonna be either suppression directly or it's gonna be something else. Okay, so I think if in case we want to use the suppression methods, we'll have to change the overall thing. So for now I guess it's a good enough thing for showing up. With a little hard work we'll be able to show this, demonstrate it to the students. So we'll just leave it over here. And for the other thing, let's go back and check out the question. So lines perpendicular. So these are the variations in the questions. So these questions we have done. We're done doing this. So these. Perpendicular to HP, perpendicular to VP. So there are two variations over here. Right. Let's go back and see the questions over here. So right now we have 6 questions already uploaded. We want the more variations to come over. So this has to be 1 plus the previous. Let's see if we paste it over here. What do we get? We should get. Oh, we're getting reference. No. Oh, not possible. Right, so that's gonna be wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, only two of them are chatting. Okay, other students, most of them are students, so my channel is not that famous, so probably we'll go ahead and see more famous. We can make our channel more famous in the coming time. Hopefully you're all going to support me in this and make it better. So okay, so we were looking at these questions, right? So you're supposed to just copy paste this down. What? Something's not here. Okay, so I guess we need to add one more line over here, and that's probably going to solve the problem. Okay, come on, still not solved. Why? That's going down. Why is it coming down? Not sure. There are just 3 plus 4 5. Same are those around here. Okay, so this is supposed to be the marks, right? The question number is over here. Okay, so we're having it added up from top. So we're going to get it this time. Still getting this error over here. Why? Oh, come on, I changed that, right? This is supposed to be 2. Yep, perfect. So we need to go ahead and continue doing that. Okay. Alright, so we need to upload these questions over there. So we have question 1, question 2, question... What? Well, something's not adding up around here. What is it? I'm supposed to leave one more space. Yeah, so I think it's starting exactly from that point. Okay, we left one extra well. Alright, so this is for the previous one. Oh, we're not supposed to have left it. This is where we should have pasted it. Yeah. Answer the incorrect. Well, this is really should have continued till it. So this is question number 4. Right. So now we are ready to upload these questions. And let's take some more variations. This time around we'll have to change the number into 5. And we need to take this part only. So it doesn't matter where we paste it, so it's going to take it properly. One more delete. And one more set of questions. Someone is trying to join. Okay. Let's do more deletion. So those who have joined Google Meet, you can unmute yourself, and if you have any doubt you can ask it. If you just want to see what I'm doing, you can just go back to the YouTube stream link which I have shared on your group. Let's do one more. Right now I'm uploading the questions to the Moodle. That's what is being live streamed. So I just wanted to show you that it will be very tough for you to copy even if you wanted to. So that's why I'm streaming the whole process of me uploading the questions to Moodle and setting up all the quizzes. Okay. Alright, so now this is ready for upload. Okay, and this is where we need to upload it. So let's import it. We are uploading the XML file format, and there we go. So total of 20 more questions have now been uploaded over here. You can see all these questions are now ready. This is the question bank. Now it contains total of 26 questions, and out of these, randomly each student is going to get a different question, right? So each student will get a different question, will get a different set of values, and you'll have to actually solve this, and only then you will be able to feed all the solutions of that. Okay. So some of them will get perpendicular to HP, some of them will get perpendicular to VP. All this will happen over here in this particular test. So this test, if you see a projection of line perpendicular to HP or VP, we have to score minimum 50% marks to pass this test. I don't of course expect all of you to be able to solve all of these. Some of these are way more tough. So just think, whatever you're able to solve, you solve it. Whatever you are unable to solve, you can just leave it over there. If you are able to get 50%, I think that's a good enough thing for you, especially for those who don't consider this as a core subject because you are from artificial intelligence. So you can just ignore it. If you are unable to get a full 10 out of 10 marks, just 50% is going to be enough. It'll be enough. Fine. So yeah, so projection of lines perpendicular to HP or VP has been done. The next one is slightly more tough. This is where the line becomes inclined to one of the planes, HP or VP. Once again, I have created the questions for that as well. So let's go ahead and hide this so that we'll be clear about this. Let's hide this as well. This is also confusing us a little bit. Okay, fine. So now this is parallel to BP. Parallel to BP means it will be inclined with HP. Fine. And the inclination has been given here. You'll have to take these inputs: the distance of the point C above, distance of the point C in front of HP, and the true length of CD, and the inclination of HP. So these are the 4 input values given to you, and using these you'll have to solve all these questions that follow up. All right. So we have one question wherein the line is parallel to VP. We have the other question where the line is parallel to HP. So we'll have to take these both of these. We'll have to copy them over here. Right, and you want to give the numbering as well, so just over this question, over this is 1 plus the previous. Copy, paste. Uh-oh, this is taking the wrong one. Okay, it's gonna go up. So is there an extra line inserted over there? So here it, why do we have it without? I guess I mistakenly inserted one extra line over there, which I was not supposed to. Anyway, so let's go ahead and add this over. So this is 1 plus the previous. Okay, so 4 questions are there over here. First time was to upload this again. We'll take the same file. Right. Then let's change this to 5. Yeah, so as I do that, all the values have changed again. I just need to take the code and paste it a few more times. So 5 over 8 plus 1, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 questions came up over here. Then 13. Yes, let me change this to 13. And then you just have to copy the code again. You can see I can create as many questions as I want. So this is come up to how much? 13, 14, 15, 16. So the next one is 17. 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 questions are ready for upload. Just ready to remove this and save it. And I just need to upload this for here. So let's go back to the question bank. Go for, okay. So import. This is an XML file, and that's where we import it. You can see the 20 more questions have been imported. 20 more questions have been imported, and this time I've taken care of the numbering as well, so we'll get it in the right order. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 12. Okay, right. So because this is the text, I guess that's how it's coming out like this. Right. So we have a total of 24 questions over here. I can add more questions in the coming time, so be careful. And then finally we have problem of prediction of lines. Again, this is where the line will be inclined to both the planes. And once again, I have to add this. Okay, so this one is parallel to PP. Parallel to PP, I guess. Okay. Inclined to HP or VP. So we need to create one more quiz over there. Projection of lines parallel to HPOVP, perpendicular to HPOVP, inclined to HPOVP, and this is where we need another question in projection of lines after perpendicular, after inclined. Okay, so we have to create a duplicate of this, and here we will get one more set of quiz. This quiz will give you questions wherein the line is present in a plane which is perpendicular to both HP and VP. And okay, my team academy, where you 6? Okay, I think that's the certain way. So coming back here, projection of lines inclined to HPVP. Now it's not inclined to HPVP, it's parallel to PP. PP means the profile plane. So this is another set of question that you have to do. So it's been renamed. I need to first go inside and delete the question because I've created a copy of this, but the same question is going to be appearing over here. So the question is right now taken from parallel to HPVP, and we don't want this question. We want to create a different question. So we have to go back to the question bank. And this is where we need to see, yeah, parallel to PP. Parallel to PP. You can see 2 questions have already been uploaded over here. These are the previous questions. Let's take a preview of these. So okay, so for a line EF lies in a plane perpendicular to both HP and VP below that segment. That's all the questions. I'm not sure whether this question is correct or not, so I'll just do one thing. I'll just delete all the previous questions and create a new set of questions for this question bank. Okay. Coming back over here, parallel to PP. Okay, parallel to PP. So the name of the folder is same, and fine. Marks are correct. All of marks are correct. So this question is found. These questions are about 15 marks. 4 inputs will be given as data that the students have to use in order to find, in order to solve the problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this an additional number plus 1. We need to add this again over here. So this one is going to be 1 plus the previous. Yeah, 4. Perfect. So now once again we are ready to upload the questions. Let's take this, open the same file. If name of the file doesn't matter, whatever is the name of the file, we are using the same file to upload all the questions. And I need to change this to 5, and consecutively you can see the numbers. Question numbers for this is 6, then 7, then 8, and yeah, 8 questions. I need to add these questions over here. Then I need to change this, so 8 and then 9. All the questions values inputs again have changed randomly, and accordingly the solutions have been created. Okay, so next thing I need to do is change this. But 12 questions have been taken, so this is 13, 14, 15, 16. Just need to paste them over here. Then after 16 we have 17. So we have 17, 18, 19, 20. Back here. Let me take one more set because I had deleted the earlier ones. So it starts at 21, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24. Then let me take one more just stage here. 25, 26, 27, 28. Right. It's a total of 28 questions. Uh-oh. Something went wrong. Okay, fine. Now the questions are ready for upload. Let's save the file. Come back to Moodle. Do the question bank. Import the questions. Something went wrong. Let's go for import. XML import. Uh-oh, there is an error. Space required at line 1, character 37. What is this error? Let's open it and check it out. Line 1. There's no problem with line 1, everything seems correct. Why did it give an error? Not sure. Oh god. Fine, I got it. I guess I had replaced the space in all of these, and that missing space has created a problem for us. So I don't think it's possible for me to put back all the spaces. So I'd probably have to create more questions, starting with the first one. Let's go ahead and do that. So a lot of such mistakes keep happening because of hurry doing stuff in hurry. So jaldi ka kaam shaitan ko. So I'll have to be a little slow this time upwards, I guess. So let's go ahead and do that. So 5, 6, 7, 8 have been uploaded, and 9, 10, 11, 12 upload, then go back up. So I guess it's a bit much simpler if I just had this. Yeah. So 9, 12 over, so 13. I just need to copy this. Hopefully the hidden edges, hidden lines also are going to be inserted. Yep. Yes. Okay. So just to be sure, let me just take one straight over here, and you can see the hidden rows also were copied. Was it copied? Question. Yeah, 4 questions have been uploaded. Yeah, perfect. So it's working. I don't have to say this. And I need to take the next one. So 13 over 14, 17. I need to take this. Then 17, 20, so 21 onwards. And then 21 to 24, then we have 25. Then 25 up to 28, 29. Now it's become much simpler. And then go to 32, 33, 33, 36, 37. Fine, so 37 to 40, so total of 40 questions have been inserted over here. Okay. This time I was careful to ensure that spaces have not been removed, so let's save it. Total of 40 questions will be uploaded at the same time. Okay, so let's go back and refresh it once to ensure that it's not going to create a problem. So import, we are at right place. Just need to put them back here. Perfect. So you can see now that 40 questions have been uploaded here. So there are 40 different variations of this particular question which have been uploaded, and out of these, randomly each student is going to get a different set of values. So you have to actually solve this question, make the measurements in the diagram and feed them back into the Moodle quiz, and only then, if his answers are found to be correct within 1% error, because then it's going to be accepted as correct. If he's not doing that, it will be marked as wrong. What? Same sort of questions have got repeated. Why have they got repeated? Yeah, they were imported at the same time, so probably I just copy pasted it one more time. That doesn't make much difference. Okay, right. Out of this, randomly one of the questions has to come over here. Over here. So we have to add a random question, and we are to choose the place. So parallel to PP, this from this folder, randomly one question needs to be given to each student for each attempt. The number of marks for this are 15. Okay, so one question over here. So let's go back and I'll just go ahead and attempt at least from this to ensure there is not any problem over there. So okay, there is no time limit for this. You can take your time to solve it out. Okay, so I'd have to probably open up AutoCAD to solve it. It's going to take some time to load. Till that, let's see if we are able to answer any of the questions. So the below data is given for a line AB that lies in a plane perpendicular both VP and HP, and we have been asked to draw the orthogonal projections, and then we have to answer all the questions that follow. So point A is nearer to both HP and VP. This is a note which is given to us. B point will be further away from both the reference plates. Right, so the distance of A above HP has been given as 7. Distance of A in front of VP has been given as 5. AutoCAD is loading up still. Fine, let's wait for that a moment. The line is parallel to, so because this is lying in a plane which is perpendicular to both HP and VP, and that plane will definitely be parallel to profile plane. So it is parallel to profile plane. And inclination of the HP with inclination with HP has been given directly in the questions. We just have to feed it over here. Then what about the inclination with VP? Now since this line is in a plane which is parallel to PP, that means it's lying in a perpendicular plane, the sum of its inclination with HP and VP has got to become 90 degrees. So the two angles are going to be complementary in this particular case, and it's not the same for all the cases, especially when the line is inclined to both the reference planes. We cannot say what the relation between theta and phi has to be. Of course, the total angle has always got to be less than 90 degrees in case the line is inclined to both the planes. But here, not only is the line inclined to both the planes, but it is lying exactly in a plane which is perpendicular to both HP and VP. And this situation demands that the sum of the inclinations with HP and VP be 90 degrees. So the other angle here is going to be 90 minus 40. That gives us 50 degrees. And the front view length and top view length and all of the things, we'll have to solve them out. So these are the solutions to all the questions that I've solved till now. Fine, so let's go ahead and solve this particular question. Okay, so this is my xy line. Let's see what's the given data. Let's start with here. Above HP this is 7, below HP it's 5. So these are the points. What is this point? So this is the front view of the point. What is the line? Line is AB, so this is A dash. This here is A. Then yeah, because he has told that point A is nearer to this, so this is how it's going to be. We'll have to probably draw the side view as well at this point. So for the side view, we'll have to take a straight, okay, not midpoint, we need perpendicular. Then the same distance needs to be taken here, and this intersection point over here, this point, this is A dash, this is A, and this point over here gives us the side view, which needs to be marked as A double dash. Okay, so now that we have the side view of the point A double dash, we need to put in its true length, because in PP, so its true length will be visible in the profile plane. I guess that's one more question that could have been included, but anyway, it's too late for now, so I'll just leave it at this point. So its true length will be visible in the profile plane, and the inclination with HP has been given. So inclination with HP means inclination with the horizontal. So from the horizontal, we need to draw. Okay, so this has to come over here. Be careful where the point is placed, because if you don't place it correctly, there will be certain amount of error. As far as that error is within 1%, your answer will be accepted as correct, but then it's always better to avoid making mistakes. So this option here is called as the dynamic input option. So some students in the class were asking me, so this block near the cursor is not appearing, it's not showing the angle and other stuff. So I suggest them to start the dynamic input. Once the dynamic input is on, all the angles and the lengths are going to be shown over here. So okay, so the true length is 40, so I'll just modify it 40, and instead of pressing enter, I have to press tab. When I press tab, you can see the length has now got locked, and I have an option to change the angle. Now this angle is the angle with HP, that's supposed to be 40 degrees, so let me freeze that at 40 degrees. So is it correct? Let me check it. Okay, I don't want aligned, I want angular length. Yeah, that's 40. So this other end that we ended up getting, that is the side view of the other point that is B. And finally, this is the final side view. This is the final side view. Now once you have the final side view, it will be very easy for us to draw the front view. Front view is going to be a vertical line like this. This point is going to be the point B dash, and this here is the front view. This is the front view. So because there is not much going on over here, we can just drag it over here and keep it like this. Same way we can just reduce this. Okay. All right. So this is the front view, and then we have to build the side view as well. So I have to go here, go enter T enter, come on, go over here, dragging it down, and I just need to take a projector line here, and this, okay, it's got to be perpendicular. Be careful. Perpendicular. Okay. So this point that we got here, that point is a top view of the other end, that is B. B is over here, A is over here, A dash is over here, B dash is over there. So this is the completed diagram. This is the completed diagram. Of course, we need to mark this end as X, this end as Y. Okay, and this one is X1 and Y1. So front view we got it here, side view we got it here, and top view is over here. Now from this we need to make the measurements and we need to put in values over here. So front view length, what is the front view length? We'll have to go here, take aligned dimensions, measure this. So it's 25.71. And let's go for the top view. What's the length of the top view? You can just press enter to get the previous command, that is 30.64. The side view, we have to measure the side view, that's measuring it as 40. So we could have solved it without even looking at the final diagram, because if you have more information. So that's the power of having more knowledge. The more experienced you are, the more answers you will be knowing about. Fine. So the distance between the end projectors, so you can see the end projectors of both the endpoints, they are overlapping each other, so the distance is going to be 0. And then the distance of point B from HP, so that is going to be a bit more complex. So I'll have to take distance of this point from HP. So this is the distance, so that is 82.71. Let's finish our attempt and see how many of these questions we were able to mark correctly. But yeah, submit all, and you can see I was able to get full 15 marks. So that's the verification as well of the question that I was able to solve over there. All right, why is it not coming over? Yeah, fine. So this is PP, that's correct, and these are all answers that are correct. So if you just move your mouse over this particular thing, you will get the solution of this particular question. And even if you note it down, it's going to be of no use because the number of questions are 40. So by the time you get again the same values, same inputs, the questions, you would have to undergo a lot more attempts in order to get back the same question. So I suggest, instead of trying to copy the questions, it's better for you all to start learning about the concept, and only if you are learning the concept well will you be able to solve it, and only then will you be able to get all the answers correct. So you can see I was taking around 9 minutes 19 seconds even while I was explaining. I had to explain all the steps to you, and even while doing that I was able to solve it within the 9 minutes. In fact, a lot of these questions I will be able to solve within a minute or two. If I'm not explaining the things, I can just go ahead and use at my own pace, and that's how fast I am. But you can also become as fast as what I'm doing right here. You just need a little bit of practice. And with that practice you will definitely be able to cross me, but not just cross, you might also be able to better me, because there are a lot of people out there who are much faster in CAD than what I am, and I guess you can become one of those. So that's about the projection of line wherein the line is placed parallel to PP being the profile plane. Then we need to go ahead and see the other stuff. Okay. What's the next set of question? Yeah, the next set of question is probably the toughest one. Let me hide this away. Okay. So finally we have arrived at the most difficult question in the projection of lines, and that is the line is inclined to both the planes, and if it is not lying exactly in a perpendicular plane, we should be able to draw the projection of that particular line. Not only draw the projection, but also we should be able to find all that sorts, all the measurements. There are a lot more of measurements that need to be taken here. There are a lot more of angles that we need to understand, and that's specifically why I've created this particular question for you, wherein you're supposed to identify the parts. Two students have already attempted this question. Let me show you this, a preview of this. So this particular question you'd all have to pass up. Fine. So the first one, we have to drop the markers onto the image. So what are the markers? A final front view. So which of these lines is a final front view? So this is the temporary front view in the second attempt, wherein the line is placed parallel to HP. A dash B1 dash is the temporary front view, wherein the line is placed parallel to VP. Fine. And final front view, when you come across a final front view, this length over here, it can be called as a final front view. So when you're dragging and dropping these markers, you need to ensure that this particular circle, this target circle, has to be placed exactly on the line, on the object that this particular definition is trying to mark towards. So you can place it anywhere on the line, but try not to go too near to the corners. Okay, so try to keep it in the middle somewhere. Fine, near the midpoint. Fine. So from this point to this point, anywhere I can keep it, and then the answer is going to be taken as correct over there. So temporary top view when AB is parallel to HP. When AB is parallel to HP, this is the temporary front view. So for this temporary front view, the top view is over here. So temporary top view when AB is parallel to HP will appear over here, AB2. And locus when theta is constant. So theta is the angle of inclination with HP, and when theta is maintained constant, the locus is going to be over here, or it's going to be over here, this arc. So locus when theta is constant. So it's either here. So when I place it, you can see we are getting one more of the same title. So the second title needs to be kept over here. So this locus over here, or this locus over here. So as I told you, you need to keep it at a point so that it's not intersecting with any other diagram, and also try to keep it far away from the corners. Okay. So one more student has joined with me. Afnan, can you hear me? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. If you don't have any doubt, you can go back to the YouTube streaming link which I have shared earlier. So final top view is over here. So this line is not final top view. It doesn't matter if the titles are overlapping. You just place it anywhere near the middle. If you are placing it, it's okay, and you can go ahead and do that. So locus when phi is constant. So phi is the angle of inclination with VP, and when phi remains same, when phi remains constant, what is the locus of this point, of this other point P? So the phi remains constant, so this horizontal line is one locus, and the other locus is going to be in the front view. So the other locus is going to be front view. So the projection of this, okay, so the projection of this line over here at the top, so that is this arc over here. So we have to place it here. Then the temporary front view when AB is parallel to HP. So we are talking about front view over here. Front view means above XY line, of course. When AB is parallel to HP, so this line over here is when AB is parallel to HP. Then we have temporary front view when AB is parallel to VP. Front view when AB is parallel to VP. The front view means above XY line, of course, and this is the line over here, A dash B1 dash. This is the exact point when AB is parallel to VP. When you see the top view, when that happens, that is over here, AB1. So temporary top view when AB is parallel to VP, that's going to be over here, this horizontal line. And then we have the end projectors. One end projector is here, passing through this, and the other end projector, that's a projector which is passing through the other end of the final top view and front view. So this over here. So this over here, this line over here from the top to bottom, that's the other end projector. So both these are the end projectors. So hope you have understood this particular thing. You should be able to mark out, you should be able to remember, and you should be able to point out all these objects in the projection of lines problem if you really want to be successful at solving any problem on projection of lines. Because when a line is parallel to HP or VP or all other simpler cases, it's going to be much more simpler. But if you want to solve a projection of line problems wherein the line is inclined at different angles to both HP and VP, then and all these conventions you must be perfect with. Right? So okay, then let's move on to the next question. You can see one more question is there, and in this question we'll have to give names to all the dimensions that we have around here. The distance of B from HP. Where is the distance of B from HP? Point B is here, and if we want the distance from HP, that's going to be appearing over here. So we'll have to keep it exactly on the dimension line, which we are trying to mark out. So the distance between end projectors. So end projectors, we know these lines are the end projectors, and the distance between them is over here. That's 50. And the distance of A from HP, the distance of A from HP, that's going to be over here. That 10 distance. That's the distance from HP. And the true length is over here, and you can see one more we're getting over here. So the second true length is going to be appearing over here in the front view. One true length in the top view, one true length in the front view. Then the apparent inclination. Okay, so that is a spelling mistake over here. It's apparent inclination in the top view. Apparent inclination is going to be the larger angle, and if it's in top view, it's going to be below xy. If it's front view, it's going to be above xy. The inclination of line with VP. When I say inclination of the line with VP, it's the actual inclination, and actual inclination is over here. Fine. This shorter angle, shorter of the two angles, is the angle of inclination. So this is angle with VP. Angle with VP is going to be appearing here in top view. Angle with HP is going to be appear over there in the front view. So angle with HP, so inclination of the line with HP, this will be visible in the front view, and this will be again the smaller of the two angles. Fine. The larger angle is going to be the apparent angle. So apparent angle of the front view, if you see that angle is going to be this larger of the two angles. Fine. And then distance of A from VP, the distance is going to be here in the top view, and top view length, this length over here is the final top view length, that is called TVL or top view length. The distance of B from VP, the distance of B from VP distance is going to be here, so that's 75. You have to drop that marker over exactly at over 75. And then finally the front view length. Front view length is this length over here. Okay, so you can see we have placed all our markers correctly at different points, and I guess that's the quiz. Let's finish and submit it and see whether we have answered it correctly or not. Okay, so I guess I missed out on a few of these questions. So I guess before submitting, some of these got shifted. Okay, why was this shifted? I have no idea. While placing it, I had placed correctly, but then it suddenly shifted. What about this? This as well is not entirely correct. So why is that? So again, some of these have got shifted. Why did it shift? I didn't shift them. I had placed entire things correctly at their rightful places where they belonged, and still I'm not able to know what was the reason why it went off like this. Because you can see end projector, if you remember, I had kept it right over this line, and it suddenly moved up. So this is probably because of an error in the internet or the server, or inbuilt error of Moodle or something. So we'll have to probably be careful about this. Anyway, so I was able to get good enough marks. Now For passing I was supposed to get around 80% marks, and I've definitely got more than that. So if you mark all these points correctly, you're sure to end up getting at least the passing marks out of it, and that's what I would suggest you all to do. Okay, so now that all these are over, I just need to create a broader question bank on lines problem, projection of lines problem, wherein the line is inclined to both the planes at a different angle. Okay. I ended up giving a time limit for this. I think I shouldn't be keeping a time limit for this, because these problems are very difficult to understand, and you might end up getting more time, using more time than what is available. So just going to remove this. Okay, there's no need to get that out. Okay. All right. So let's see if your time limit is kept for any other questions as well. No time limit here, good. No time limit here as well. No time limit here too. Perfect. Fine. So you can see the time limit has been removed over here, but for identifying parts I have kept the time limit, so that you at least go through each of these before finally attempting these questions. How many marks are there total? I guess the total questions have come down to 8 now. Oh, how many? Let's count them over here, it's gonna be easy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so because the number of questions have become quizzes, number of quizzes have become 8. The number of marks here have become 80. All right. Fine. So if anyone's having doubt, you can just let me know in the comments section on the YouTube channel, or you can bring them to me in the live session anytime when you're coming for the live classes, and I'll try to help you out with those. All right. So coming here to the channel, a lot of comments I have received here. Thank you everyone for taking interest in putting out the comment. Yep, I guess you can join as a member if you want to. If you want to get behind the scenes thing about whatever I'm doing, if you want to collaborate with me, you can join as a member. You can get in touch with me, and we can work together in order to improve the way we educate the students, to make education interesting and interactive. That's the primary motto of this particular channel, and I'm striving continuously. I've been striving continuously since a very long time to make the learning and teaching experience interactive and interesting. So if any of you are very much interested in doing this, you can just join the channel. If you join as a member, of course you might have to pay some amount, and that amount will be helpful to me in supporting my life, and I can be inspired to spend more and more time to create more such videos which will be useful to the educational community, both the teachers, for the faculty members, as well as for the students. So hope that you enjoyed this particular session and you learned at least a few lessons. So those of you who are my students must have learned that cheating or copying from other students is no longer a chance. You would have to learn to solve this particular question, or you'll have to hold the legs of someone who actually knows how to solve it. And now I hope that your focus will now be shifting, from just copying it down from other students to actually yourself personally trying to solve these questions, and then saving these questions onto the AutoCAD file, and then taking printout of the same solution that you yourself have personally solved. And that's it for now. I guess some of you are still present. Those of you who are watching, you can just let me know your thoughts. You can put your thoughts in the comment section. And if you think that I'm doing a good work, you can just spread the word and make the other faculties and other students from different colleges around India and around the world come to know about this work that I'm doing, so that they can get in touch with me and get benefited. So I guess I have spent enough time over here. Actually, what happened is that I ended up coming to college today, even though the college was cancelled. Supposed to be some administrative work going on around here, but I didn't know where administrative work. I thought there's going to be some work for faculty members. I didn't ask anyone, and I ended up in the college. And because I ended up here, I thought, why not use this opportunity to create a live stream for all of you and talk to you all. See to it that you understand how the Moodle quizzes are going to be created, and how it's not at all possible for you to get get solutions of your questions from other students. So I guess I have done for today. I'll just going to come out of this, and that's it for now. Then goodbye and all the best.